Hey friends, it's Mrs. Walker. For our lesson today, we're going to continue talking about subtraction. So our learning goal for today says, I can model decomposing two-digit numbers to subtract with manipulatives. So let's talk about the materials that you'll need. You need your dry erase board, a place value chart, or you can draw one if you don't have a chart, and your place value discs. But again, if you don't have your place value discs, you can draw those as well. So make sure you have these materials before we get started. All right, let's get our minds going with our application problem. It says Barb has a bag of 34 cherries. She eats 17 cherries for a snack. How many cherries does she have left? So think about how many that was in her bag. Think about how many that she just ate. And then think about how many is she going to have left. So go ahead and pause the video, solve this problem, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. Otherwise, here we go. All right, so I saw that this was a subtraction problem because I noticed that they started with 34 cherries and then she ate some. So that means she's going to have less. So as I did this, I modeled 34, 3 tens, 4 ones on my place value chart. And then I looked at my ones and said, oh, you know what? I only have 4 and I need to subtract 7. So I need to take a 10 and decompose it into 10 ones. So now I have 10 ones there, and now I'm able to subtract because I have a total of 14 ones now. So if I take away 7 of them, I'm left with 7. Now I'm going to move over to my tens, which I have 2 tens left now. If I subtract 1 of them, I have 1 10 left. So now 34 minus 17 is 17. So hopefully you guys got that one too to get your minds warmed up with subtraction. All right, so here we have 25 minus 11. So if I draw my number bond, what is the whole? So I have 25, 11, and I have the unknown, right? So what's the whole? Yeah, it's 25. What is the part we know? 11. Right? And then what is the part we need to find? Yeah, that's our unknown, right? We need to find the difference between those. So friends, when we're subtracting, you're always starting with the biggest number first, and that also has to be written on top when you write your numbers in vertical form. Okay, with subtraction, the order of the numbers makes a difference. So always make sure that the largest number is on top for subtraction. So here we have our place value chart. When we are subtracting, why do we only show the whole on the place value chart? So like if I think to myself really quick, before I even answer that question, I know, friends, that when I'm adding, both of the numbers get represented on the place value chart. But when we're subtracting, I'm only putting the whole on the place value chart. Why is that? Well, yeah, it's because you take away one part from the whole. So we're not adding 2 parts for when we're subtracting, you're taking away. So that's why we model with the whole on the place value chart and we subtract from there. So I'm going to model 25, okay, and then there it is in my vertical form. Now I have this magnifying glass. And the reason why I have this is because it's having me kind of reminding me to take a closer look at the numbers in 25 to say, do I need to do any decomposing? So I can look at this problem before I even get started with modeling or removing and subtracting anything from my place value chart. I can say, you know what, I need to look and make sure that the top numbers, the total or the whole, is a larger number than what's on the bottom. So for example, if I look in the ones place, I have 5 minus 1. Well, the number on top is larger, so I know I'm not going to have to decompose for that. And then when I look in my tens place, it's 2 minus 1, and I know that I don't have to do any decomposing for that either. So as long as the number in each place value is larger, I don't have to decompose. So that's what that magnifying glass is there for. You can also draw it on your paper like this, okay? So that can represent your magnifying glass. So now I need to go to my ones place. 5 ones minus 1 1 leaves me with 4 ones. And then I can go to my tens place. 2 tens minus 1 10 is 1 10. So 25 minus 11 equals 14. All right, let's take a look at another one. So here we have 22 minus 13. So I'm going to model this on my place value chart. 2 tens, 2 ones. Here it is again in vertical form, so I can look with my magnifying glass. Now, if I look in here at my ones place, I have a 2 on the top and 3 on the bottom. So because there's more on the bottom, that means I'm going to need to decompose a 10. Okay, so again, you guys can draw it like this. So we look at our ones place. I don't have enough ones to take away 3, so I need to grab this 10 and say, hey, Mr. Friend, Mr. 10, I'm going to decompose you into 10 ones. So now I have plenty of ones to be able to subtract 3. Okay, but I'm left with 1 10, and now I have 12 ones. So I like to kind of pause there and model that on my vertical form so I can see what I'm subtracting. So now 12 ones minus 3 ones is 9. We move to our tens place. I have 1 10, take away 1 10. Oh, I'm left with 0. Now, friends, we don't have to write that 0 in our answer though, because when it's the first digit in the number, we don't have to write the 0. We would just write it as 9. Now, if there were more place values, like if there was a hundreds place, then we would definitely have to leave that 0 in the tens place. But if it's the first digit in a number, we can leave that 0 off. So 22 minus 13 equals 9. All right, here's another one. 31 minus 18. Okay, so I have my place value chart. I wrote it in the vertical form. You guys are going to pause the video, solve this problem, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. All right, so we're going to model 31, 3 tens, 1 1. So I'm going to look with my magnifying glass super close and see, oh, you know what? I know before I even start anything else with this problem, I'm going to have to decompose a 10 because I have more ones that I'm subtracting than I have. So I'm going to take that 10, right, and go, bye-bye, Mr. 10. I'll decompose you into 10 ones. So now I can model that on my vertical form. So I have 2 tens, and now I have 11 ones. So now I'm able to do 11 minus 8, which leaves 3, and move to the tens place. 2 tens minus 1 10 equals 1 10. So 31 minus 18 equals 13. Okay, let's take a look at another one. So we have 46 minus 28. So for this one, friends, I am going to show you how I did it using just the vertical form. But you guys are going to be able to take a look very carefully at your tens and ones to see if you need to decompose. Then you're going to pause the video, solve this problem. If you want to use your place value chart, that's absolutely fine. And then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. Otherwise, here we go. So here we're going to look in the ones place. I have 6 ones and I cannot take away 8, so it is not enough. So I'm going to decompose a 10. And when I decompose a 10, that means I'm taking one of them. So now I only have 3 left. And I'm making that 1 10 10 ones. So I already had 6 ones. So when I add 10 ones to that, I have 16. So 16 minus 8 equals 8. And then I can move to my tens place. 3 tens minus 2 10 equals 1 10. So 46 minus 28 equals 18. All right, good job on that one, friends. All right, let's take a look at another one. We have 32 minus 19. So here I'm going to write it in vertical form. Let's look super close here before we even start doing any subtracting to see if we're going to need to do any decomposing. And I can already see, friends, in my ones place, I have 2 ones and I have to take away 9. So that means I'm going to have to decompose. Okay, so make sure you guys are looking carefully at that. Pause the video, solve this problem, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. All right, so again, I'm going to start in my ones place. 2 minus 9, I cannot do that. So I'm going to go to my tens place. and decompose one of those 10s. So now my 10s and 1s are going to change. So when I decompose one 10, I'm left with 2 of them. Then I take those 10 1s from that 10 and add it to my 2 1s, and I have 12. So 12 minus 9 equals 3. Then I move to my 10s place. 2 minus 1 equals 1. So 32 minus 19 equals 13. Okay, so hopefully you guys did a good job on that one too. If you need more practice, just rewind the video to the parts that go over how to solve the problem, because that will help you. All right, friends, so 2 thumbs up to you guys for modeling decomposing numbers to subtract using their place value discs and the vertical form. So awesome job, friends. Please head back on over to the module to see what you need to complete for your independent practice. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, friends.